Pass 1 of 3. Elbow pass complete. Elbow Lake. Just off the Elbow Trail. Had to cross the headwaters of the Elbow River. Good trail. Up in the Piper Valley, 7.4 kilometers, 300 meters. We've crossed 1 shoe off crossing and 2 other smaller drainages. Really good trail still, and the good trail will continue after this flood blowout. And there's looking back. We just reached the upper basin. First good views of Piper Pass. And we are heading up the change in rock color. Dropping down into the West Fork of Little Elbow. Good trail up Piper. Don't know if you'll be able to see the entire valley from the top. So here's a almost to the top video. At Piper Pass, 10.7 kilometers, 750 meters. It was pretty easy walking up. Not that steep, good trail. Check that out after. And looking into West Fork, Little Elbow. And the tarn's down at the bottom, just out of sight. I went to scramble around this little area, past down there. Good thing I came. So you can see the tarn. So we are scooting down and then going out that way. From Piper Pass, straight ahead, Paradise Pass, where we're going next. Up and over. Good stable rocks. Wide enough trail. No issues. There's a little cliff band just below here, but it is not really anything to worry about at all. I'd even doubt you could slide that far if you somehow slid pretty low angle below this. So easy to go across, and this is the cliff that you traverse across, but yeah, it's pretty mild. Nothing really to worry about. Only thing is, don't come across through Piper before the snow melts on this slope. Then it would be super dangerous. North facing slope, so snow lasts pretty late into the year, but we're good now. Adventures of the West Fork soon to begin. And looking down to the top of the canyon. Right there. So there's the mud patch the book talks about. And you can traverse that into the trees and down. We're going to see if we want to take the canyon route, see how much snow's in there. Paradise Pass. Next up. We are at the big mud slump. It's talked about in the book. Start of the canyon. And you can see the whole rift of the canyon. Pretty much a straight shot all the way through. When the rest of the group gets here, we'll see if we want to go canyon route or up on the hillside. I think we should look at the canyon. It looks a lot funner and more interesting. Seems a lot faster to go through there than trees also. Top of the canyon. Heading in to see what it looks like. Start of the canyon. And unfortunately, it's a no-go right now. We got these snow bridges we do not want to deal with, which is unfortunate because it gets super easy right around there. It's only about 100 meters of snow that we have to deal with, but I don't know. This canyon doesn't get much sun and a lot of snow drifts into here, so that's sucky. I wanted to go all the way through there, so gonna have to skirt above and go through the trees. There's the left side. Goat tracks. And it ends in cliffs over there that you can't get off. So traverse into the trees. Up above the mud hole on the high side of the canyon, not too high up. Barely have to gain anything coming out of the fork right before the mouth of the canyon. But this good game trail picks up almost instantly. Some spots it's kind of faint, but for the most part you can see it everywhere. And quick traversing, get to the trees. Well, just as we got to the trees, we decided we wanted to go check out the canyon route. Got down to the bottom and it was not good. Everything's raining. It was hailing for a bit. Super steep to get down in there, so we called it off. Too slippery, too steep, too height. So we came back up and found the trail a bit. We'll see where this goes. Big rocky gully. Right now we're heading into the trees somewhere. I'm not going to faff around with the gully. It's been a defined trail up to here, but very grown over. Car wash all the way. Trail's been pretty good throughout here. Not ultra defined, but sniff around with your nose and it makes sense. And we've hopped back on the slippery though after the rain that we had. Yes, it did rain quite a bit. Stink water. Nice cairn. Tolerable trail still. Much better than what we could have been dealt. So, not complaining about this at all. We are on the trail. But, oh, the willows just ended. Ooh, look at that. Now we're in a grassy meadow. This is a nice change. Yes, the willows were tight, scratchy, hitting us everywhere. A lot of water through here. Boggy valley. Tombstone Ridge.
This is pretty cool here.
It's truly all luck.
It is.
Yeah, there's nothing here like
And paradise straight ahead.
Yeah, I don't see
Kind of
much
parsnip
for
maybe, but-
berries or...
But the berries
The
are
sky's
like
clearing
I've
up.
been eating Saskatoon
Look at
berries
that.
and shit all week, so
Lightning and thunder. Well, not much lightning, but
loving it.
Paradise Pass. The rain has stopped. There's the trail through here comes and goes. There's really not anything to find. Just a ton of willow. But easy tromping. Nice area. So that big cairn is looking northeast-ish. back to Romulus on the cut line, and you come back here. And this trail takes you to the west side around the Evan Thomas outlier. And then just up there is a creek. Looking back at the West Fork, Little Elbow came from up there, a low point straight in the middle. And right now, we're going up the west route around the Evan Thomas outlier, bound for Paradise Pass. Trail's been really good since the low junction. It cuts in with the road coming out of Romulus there. West Fork, Little Elbow way in the back, the pass that we came over. That was pass 2 of 3 today. Paradise Pass is still out of sight beyond those trees. Trail's still good. We're in the big drainage just south of the big zigzag heading north. Trail's still good, no deadfall, slight overgrowth. Final upper basin. South from Paradise Pass, just below the pass right now. It's too rounded off that you won't be able to see the low valley, so shooting it before I lose sight of it. And very rounded pass.
This is a pretty wild view on both sides.
It's freaking
Yeah,
amazing.
doesn't matter which way you look. Accuracy, I think. That's like Lord of the Ring vibe.
Oh yeah, lost sight of the south side of the pass. Good horse trail. Looking south from Paradise Pass. That's where we came from, second pass of the day. Piper Pass. Pass 3 of 3 right now. And then we're heading down. Great horse trail. Northside Paradise Pass. Darn. And Evan Thomas Pass down there. Just at the zigging descent. There's no trails heading to the horse camp where the book says there's trails. There's a lot of gullies to go through on that side. But the zigging descent is just over on this side. All good trail. Heading to Valley Bottom. A horsey descent. Suspiciously good trail. Very low gradient. It's gonna shoot us out in the bottom of the valley. And we'll see where we want to go from there. See what the trails look like. If there's anywhere it's just willows. Oh, we took the horse trail down. And we were up there. So don't really see any trail that was coming through here. Well, the tarn is in there. Didn't make it there tonight. I think we'll see it tomorrow. We decided that here is a better place. Pretty flat spots, dry. Higher up in that drainage right there, and all the water's coming around us. So many mosquitoes out here though. Gwynn's Horse Camp down there, Evan Thomas Pass, and behind this big guy, Romulus backcountry through there. So tomorrow we're either going to go out ET Pass or try and go up this. But we'll figure that out when we get to it. Today for ticks, this was super awesome. Approaching, I think this is approaching 1, but I think we're going to give it 2 just because 1 is top tier, but we're going 2 ticks on this. So we're deciding not to do that upper ridge. Gonna head to Gwen's horse camp and head out ET Pass to Rocky Creek. And hopefully this horse trail is followable to the horse camp, but it's been good since the zigzagging off the high slope, so should be good. Because we don't want to have to end up in those willows. Very wet this morning. I marked as JCT is the low trail we took, and there's also a high climbing trail. So next time through here, take the high climbing trail, see if it stays out of this bog, and see where that trail goes. We got pushed onto the north side trail, which is super good. Gwen's camp should be down there. Came from the slopes over there. Our trail was supposed to be on the far south side of the meadow, but didn't really find anything. The trail, like I said, trail took us this way. We had to push through a few willows and link up on this side. Come back another day to explore more. Not hitting the tar in this trip. So that's what we'll be back for next time. North side trail, looking back at where we camped. Where's that south side trail? The horse camp's right there, and the south side trail books it right out of the entrance. And it's a good trail. This is the trail that would lead us back to where we camped. So we lost it in the boggy meadows. But there's also a trail that scoots up to the high hill there. And we came along the north side trail accidentally. And down there is the shortcut to ET Pass. So you can go along the south side of camp and head to Romulus that way. So the south side trail out of Gwyn's was good. Got to the Fire Road Lincoln. Just some willows. It was low down. But head north, and once we got out of the wet spot, and it turned to road again. Oh, stumbled across this camp on the north side of ET Pass. Prescription glasses. These have batteries in them, they work. Mirrors, new stove. 3 pairs of shoes in that bag, all their sleeping kit under there. Nice place. Water right next to it. Heading north. Well, the creek has overtaken the road. So we've had a few bypasses on the west side so far. These are nice. They're not rocky at all. Quick travel. All the bypasses are in real good shape coming through here. Everything is super kicked in. We've been off the road for a while. The ET Fire Road is basically a single trail, single track hike. This is just like a regular backpack. So, this is the awful section that I've heard people talking about. Actually, the rocks right here are pretty good, but behind us, there was a huge bypass because it was just steep, mank boulder. But this is trail's been good with all these bypasses, and everywhere there's not bypasses, is quick road like this. We are just at the junction before Rocky Creek. So the continuation of Evan Thomas Fire Road is this, heading north, and in just a little bit, Rocky Creek will shoot off to our left, which is heading west, and out to the highway. AT Road continuing north, and Rocky Creek climb heading west. Looking back east, big meadows just before Camp Creek Exploration Road turns off to the south. We'll be just beyond this. Well, we just passed the Exploration Road up Camp Creek in that area. So we're heading down Rocky Creek. And looks like there's a trail on the north side to avoid all this bogginess. Icky ground here. The fifth pass on our trip, Rocky Creek Pass. So flat, you can't even tell where the pass is. Oh, we really lost the trail in a drainage before and it took us way too high. We're at 2,000 meters and we're supposed to be like 1,800. And that's the hill trail or the creek, but we gotta drop a bunch at this point. Right at the bottom of the drainage where it connects in with Rocky Creek is this, and it's called Camp 2. So we're heading out that way.
Yeah, but I mean,
The Narrows, we got Wedge on the right and North Opal on the left. Highway 40 in the background. And so cool coming through here. The rock formations are good. It looks like we're out of the Narrows. The valley's opening up a ton, so the Narrows was dope. Good views of North Opal, Rocky Creek. Oh, the High Line Trail goes through there somewhere. Try and find it from the highway sometime. I don't know how the book doesn't have any mention of this big structure. The highway is literally right there. What was Rocky Creek used for? Highway's right there. There's a cairn with a good trail, and that would go up, who knows where, Climbing Crag. It's far below North Opal. Well, today, 7 ticks. Wasn't really much good. The canyon was cool, it was a redeemer. So yesterday was 2, averaging out the whole trip to 4.5 ticks. Today kind of was nothing representative of what yesterday was, but they gotta go together.